Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you here again and welcome to our channel. My name is Kvietka. I live on the fruit 40 years and because I feel the best when I eat fruit, I am just never look back. I feel blessed. I discovered this and because that's a gift for me from above to enjoy my life to its max. I never felt better as far eating goes when I feel when I eat just fruit. And I just want to also say I'm not any expert. I did a course. I may show you one day the diploma, but I did a course at the. That's not relevant at the moment. That's for a different time. Today, my head, there is so much things, so many things I just love to share with you that sometimes I'm just scattered about it. I jump from one thing to another, thinking about one thing to another. But today, my intention is to share with you healing, powers of healing. We all sometimes may get some accident or eat something wrong, not feeling well. Or some of us can be born with, I feel sorry for those people already with some disease, like it's getting more and more common, but it was always common enough. But those informations, those kind of informations not coming out, they not popular topic. So look at this. It's from supermarket because I don't have a access yet to the markets. Plus, markets here don't sell pears. So even if I can go to markets, I will always buy pears in the supermarket. I didn't eat pears for many years, and now I'm in love with them. So healing is a huge topic. There are different healing methods, but I will go just to the basics. So in the past, even till today, of course, but especially in the past, I was very interested in a guy called Tesla. I actually very embarrassed now. I don't know his first name. I can't recall his first name. But we all know Tesla, the free energy guy. He knew how to get freely energy from the natural energies. And I learned from him. He came to the conclusion also that even he developed a lot of different healing coils and some some devices which will somehow enhance the water. So if you drink that water, it will have a special healing properties. But what I like the most about this, because I always like the most natural, most simple, and for free. And because his electricity was for free, it was wiped out from the table. This won't make money. This can be uh, this this can be given to people. Yes, yes. Money, money, money. In the Bible, there is a statement: love for money is the reason of all wrong things happening in this world. Not the money itself, love for money, obsession for money. I call people who just have the money here, they have money disease. And this is healing of our mind. We can heal also our body. Doesn't matter what's wrong with the body. When it's something wrong, there needs to be healing. And what was it that Tesla said? And I like the best. That's what he said. It's the best uh, energy to be to use for healing. It is a nature. Of course, it is the nature. Our body is nature. Every plant is nature. Every rock is nature. Everything which man didn't make, everything what is created, or if you don't believe creation will come out with the Big Bang. It's okay. Everybody has a right to believe what they want. I just find it interesting that people even believe that. But that's besides that what I think. Anyway, so there we go. You don't need a special Tesla's healing coil. Maybe you need, if you look up somewhere and you don't have a way to get out from somewhere, then it would be beneficial. But if we have access to nature, go into some place without civilization, as my sweetheart Mango would say, civilization. Maybe the voice is not so good to hear the difference. So when I start with C, that's for cinnamon, civilization, and one with S for a snake, civilization. So if you go on some place like this, you definitely getting lots of healing energy. My mom, she used to say she's going to charge her battery in a forest. She said that's the only way she can face the day. Each morning she woke up. I love my mama, I love you, Mangichko too. Mango, I love you. So, and after she done the most necessities like go to toilet, she washed her face when she woke up, and if she was in a forest, she always went at least for 2 hours, very long way. I admire her, admire my mother, and she would go very far. I can't tell you kilometers, but I can tell you this. When my mom left the earth, uh, I miss you, Mom. She would ask for her ashes to be spread by one particular tree in a forest. That was her destiny when she went to the forest to go and hug that tree. It was certain kind of pine tree, but I don't know the name of it in English for this certain pine tree. But that tree, when it flowers in the spring, the whole tree is green and the new growth of flowers, I'm not sure, sorry for that. They come really bright red color. This is not bright. I don't have so bright color here in the fruit. I prepare for you in a basket here. Anyway, rich, bright, red color. Beautiful. I used to love it as a child. I love that tree as well. So when the ashes were there, some friends of her and my friends as well, I met those people as well during visiting my mom in Czech Republic. They, when they knew where the ashes are, they went there to give her flowers. And for those people in the early 50s, it was too bad. And you know why? Because they don't go every morning for a walk or evening or what have you in certain time of day. They don't have that habit. They don't understand where to charge their batteries. And my mom was had a very hard life since day one, but she was very happy lady. I got a lot of inspiration of her. I'm also almost her identical twin genetically. So I feel blessed. I inherit from her her look and also her persona. That's why we got on so well. We used to go together in for holidays, and there was never conflict. Well, smudge that. They were rarely conflict. It was usually accumulated by me when I used to get upset with what he's eating. But then I learned I have to let go of it. I have to love her unconditionally. I can't demand of her things which she either can't do or doesn't believe or they're not so important for you, whatever it is or was, it's okay. But even if we come across some conflict, it was very short living because she would never oppose in a such situation. She was just stand there and listen what I have to say, and then she either didn't say nothing back or just walk out or something like that. And then when she came back, or when I come back to myself, I apologized to her. I got so upset and I gave her green light to be herself, of course. So the hospitals, it's a wrong move. There was in Czech Republic man, which again I don't know the name. I'm very naughty with those things. But he couldn't have a children, and he was very rich man. And he built healing sanctuary for poor kids who can't afford it for free or for very little donation. How beautiful, man. And how he was healing them. What was the therapist? Water therapy, different water therapies, and just having rest outside on a fresh air in a nature on a comfy like a bed. You just lie down there and enjoy your life. Enjoy your surroundings. Enjoy your environment. Enjoy the beautiful energies of the nature. So I believe that's very important for healing process being in a nature because nature has a lot of positive powers to make us feel better, to make us more relaxed. I don't know a person who would not enjoy to go out in some beautiful nature settings and say, oh, this is so ugly, or this is so boring. Maybe some teenagers, not all of them. I always loved nature since the day I was born. The nature was my strong magnet. It was pulling me on. I was so blessed again, living very close, surrounded with the nature, with the big, deep forests and a lot of beautiful meadows, which were let to grow high, tall, with so many beautiful wild flowers. Until today, wildflowers are my favorites. But don't get me wrong, I love all flowers. So, okay, we have an environment, the best possible environment for healing. Just being in that nature, big part of healing is already in a process. Another very good healing device is fast, water fast. I do not recommend dry fast. If some people wanna do it for whatever reason, let them do it. We all free to do what we want, but especially with people who needs the healing, who are fasting because they need heal something, maybe cancer or some heart disease, whatever, there's many of them. I even not aware of the names of all of them. Then that water is important. Important is to have a water fast. So don't give a body chance to dehydrate. So fasting. And some people may not able to fast for whatever reason. So give them fruit. Fruit is another strong healing aid for people who suffer even with physical injuries. This goes for both mental or physical injury. What my body done when I lost my sweetheart Mango. I miss you. Just I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. It's just how I feel. What my body done to heal. It switched off. I wasn't able to do anything. It went all in here on that soul suffering. And because the will of survive within humans is strong, I pull all my energy possible to make those 2 fruit juices a day. Orange juices, that is. And I have to go shower. That's your water therapy. When I could not bear anymore what was going on with me mentally, the sorrow, the feeling of big enormous loss. So I was 3 months, my body just switched me off to make sure I'm going to get through it. I'm not going to be affected. My well-being is not going to be affected by it for a long time or maybe even for the rest of my life. And what I did I push myself? No. I fully surrender to it. And this is not the reason. Don't fight your body. Don't find, don't fight your needs when they come. Surrender to it. Don't push yourself anywhere. Let your body lead. Mango picked excellent name for himself because mango is very well known, very popular fruit in the world. So that's the healing. As you see, I'm still going through the healing process. It may take another whatever years, but that's okay. I'm over the worst. I can function now, you know. And most of the time, when I talk or think of mango, I don't cry anymore. It's only sometimes. Before, it was always. So be it, that's just how it is. And often I'm not alone. We all sometimes experience big surprise, which we prefer not to face. It may be loss of somebody close to us, or suddenly we may learn we have some terminal disease, and that's always not very pleasant information to face. So healing. So I give you a few examples. I used to have a very sore knee. How do I heal my knee? With exercise. That's another one. Exercise. If you have some physical problems, if suddenly your hips or your knees or ankles or elbows or neck or back or giving you some unease, the best thing in my books is to exercise. That's the topic on itself of itself. A lot of people they just get into it like with a big force. They really keen, and then they overdo it, and then they suffer because we have to be gentle with ourselves. If especially with people who, for example, never really do any much of exercise, if they suddenly get into it, they can even do damage, physical damage to their body. So exercise must start always gentle and a little bit. Ow, ow, ow. I'm actually healing myself at the moment. I have a bad fall from the bed and it was accident. Accidents, nobody planned to have them. We all try to be very careful. Most of us, I would say, naturally. Again, that because we don't want to naturally hurt ourselves, so we naturally careful because we are so vulnerable and so easily, we are so fragile, we can so easily be hurt. Yet the accidents happen. It was in a way my fault because I knew the brakes on a wheelchair because the wheels are so worn off. I'm waiting for new ones. Who knows when they arrive, but I have to be patient and wait. So anyway, when I put the brakes on, they don't work. I have to put something around them, make them thicker, so they bite in and they do their work. Well, it was in a due to fasten them again, and interestingly enough, I learned a lesson, never say mañana, if there is such an important thing, where is the hazard? This was health hazard. I decided to leave it till next day. And God showed me, taught me the lesson. Don't do that to yourself. When you see it's needed, do it right away, or you can pay for it. And guess what? I'm paying for it now. So what happened? It doesn't happen to me every night, but there are nights I need to wake up around 3 to have a wee. So this was that night. How interesting. And as I was getting off the bed, half asleep, I fully trusted that wheelchair and I went on the edge of the bed. I lean on that of the part of the seat of the wheelchair to hold on it while I'm getting off the bed on it. And what happened? The wheelchair gave in, I mean, on, well, gave up to me. And it went on its own adventure. And what happened to my body? My body with full might leaving that, not leaving, leaning this way on the edge of the bed. It have a fall. And how did I fall? Because this hand was going first, another hand followed, then went the legs. I landed like the cat. Oh my God. all my four, my hands, and my knees. Soon as I landed, I knew I'm in deep trouble because my legs are so sensitive to anything that I knew I'm going to suffer big pain, and that's what happened. Anyway, so I got up. First, always when I have a really bad fall, I have them since 15-year-old. That's when I start walking again after my car accident. That was my family car accident. I was only 13-year-old. I made a video about it. So first thing I'm trying if I have something broken. Nothing broken, everything okay, only pain, but not the pain. You know, if you break the bone, the swelling comes really fast, and if I will try to move my foot, the pain would be so bad because the pain would tell me, leave me alone, don't touch this, don't move it. It needs, before you do that, it needs to be fixed into certain position to heal so the bones can grow back together. How amazing! Our bones have the ability to grow back together. I think that's totally amazing. Yeah, and the rain is here. We have to invite it because this rain season is very low on rain. So with the pine, because the pine was very big anyway, even nothing was broken, I felt sick like throwing up, and also all my poor half sleeping body in a big shock got covered with sweat from head to the toe. So I lifted myself not using the right leg. I was lucky, only one leg got very injured, the other leg too, but it wasn't so bad. So I can still use one leg and my arms to lift myself up to the wheelchair and go to have that wee. And before I sat on a toilet, I wet. Actually, no, I sat on a toilet right away, and next to the toilet is that vanity table, or how they call it, you know, the tap and the drawers and stuff. And I have there on the handles for the drawers and doors, I have there towels. I have four of them because, you know, when I wash the hands, I may sometimes dry them there. And then when I go wash my hands again, like within an hour and the towel is still wet, I used another one. So anyway, this is detail I don't need to share here. All I want to say, it's a handy, I can sit on a toilet, reach the tap and reach the towel. So I reach for the towel, I open the tap, I put cold water on it. I was still sick, like I'm going to need to throw up, and I was also still, the sweat was like pouring out of me. So soon as I wet, this is the water therapy too. Soon as I wet that towel with the cold water, I went quickly like all over my body with it, you know, face, like this, everything. And soon as I done it, the body cooled down. Uh, and the feeling sick, like throwing up, eased down a lot, and within 10 minutes was fully gone, and I stopped sweating. I went here on my day bed. This is my day bed. That's where I slept for 9 months after Mango left, because there is no way I could sleep in our bed. I sleep there now for the last 2 months. Anyway, so I come here on a day bed, and what I done, I use my natural remedies. I did special mixture of carrion and essential oils. I made it when I still have that stabbing knife pains, which are very common for people who are paraplegic or quadriplegic. The rain is starting, I start yelling, but Ellen, I don't need to. So, yeah, so I, from the toe all the way, because hip was so, from the big impact, because I fall down like sack of potatoes, thankfully on a carpet, but still the impact was strong because the bed is pretty tall. So I put those oils all over my leg, all the way to my hip, and the other leg wasn't so injured, only like a little bit. So in that, on that part, I also put that oil, and after that oil sinked in more, the skin kind of took it in. I used my aloe vera. I always also have a handy. It wasn't in a house, but it's on a veranda. So I have to get, before I get on a day bed, I knew I'm going to need the aloe. Before I put oils on, I went on the veranda from the toilet after my wee, and I picked 3 leaves about that size of aloe. I hope I don't have to do new video for this one. I think it's okay. This is this is the gel from the aloe vera. I show you one day how I do it. And I put it when the oil sink in. I put this aloe vera in on, and then the leaves. When I the green part of the leaves, which holds the gel together. I also, when the aloe vera dry on my leg, the most painful places, I just put those leaves. They still have some gel on them, and I would hold them gently in the most painful spots. And it took about hour and a half. When it started working, and the pain went so low that I was able to go back to bed and sleep. And I slept for the rest of the night. Next day, it was different story because the pain always get worse after physical injury. Next day, so I knew it. I didn't look forward to that day. So I was all day with the big pain, lying on a day bed, applying when it went really bad the oils, the aloe, and then it always helped to decrease the pain to the level I can handle it. Of course, it was still pain, but I could handle that pain with ease. There is a certain pain tolerance we all have. My pain tolerance depends. With some things are very high, with some things is very low. So, and that's how I spend next day, all day like this. Of course, I got swollen all around the ankle, all the top of the foot, all this bone, shin bone, I think it calls. That was also around the shin bone. I think it is shin bone. It was also have a big swollen part. I didn't took photo of those things. It's getting nice and blue now. I'm happy. I'm happy nothing is broken. I'm happy my bones are strong. The one of you who watch me regularly for a while, it's not so long time ago I sprang my foot. So I did apply exactly the same treatment. It wasn't as painful because it was only ankle part of my body. This was whole right leg. The hip was impacted the least, so after 2 days, hip pain left me altogether, and that pain never was big, that was always bearable, but besides that, it was uncomfortable anyway. So, there you go, healing. What's important for healing? It's a rest. If the body is unwell, for whatever reason, it needs a lot of rest for healing because the body itself, not only nature, right, and other things, water and proper breathing heal us, have the ability to heal us, so is our body. If we open door to it, if we give it chance, our body is very keen to heal whatever we suffer with. And there you go. A lot of people, they pop the pillow and go to work. And this is very wrong approach to healing. This is not healing. This is very aggressive, taking some chemicals so I don't feel any pain and I keep straining to injury, if that's the physical injury. It's not the way to do it because that can develop future problems with the part of your body which was injured. I knew again, just like with the ankle, it was from God telling me, Květuško, prosím tě, please, have a rest. You're getting too active and you need that balance. Not only work, 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 you need rest, rest, rest. And there you go, I'm resting now. I just think this happened from Saturday to Sunday night, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days, I was just lying in the bed doing essentials. Also, what happened to me, like go to toilet and stuff, also what happened to me was that I lost appetite. I still wanted food, but not so much. I was lucky. I have 2 jars of juice because I have visitors before. So I made 2 jars of juice, to orange juice, but in the end we made jackfruit, banana, mango ice cream, and so the juices were kind of forgotten. But look at that, the universe, how it works, to God, how it works. For me, it works perfectly. So in a way, I said, that's so good. We didn't drink those juices because now they are handy because I need a rest. So I can just have a glass of fruit juice. And if I'm more hungry, I might eat bananas in pyjama. That's from the play school, I think I used to watch when I come to Australia. I used to love that song because I was banana free, then banana devotee, and when they have that song, bananas, there was 2 of them, banana one, banana two, and guess what? How some friends in Czech Republic call me. Vietinka one, that was my mom, who knows my mom first. And my mom was Květinka too. So we were not bananas, we were Květinkas. And Květinka in Czech language is endearing form of word flower. Like not flour we made bread from. Flower as flowers in a garden. Good bananas, they still very firm under the skin. Luckily too, I was just on a Friday shopping. So timing is perfect. Everything was perfect in a scenario. I only have to suffer that pain. I only have to get this painful message to rest. But already yesterday I was getting sick of it. I so wanna do things and I start do things and my foot told me now it's my knee is okay, my foot is mainly sore still and bit swollen, most of the swelling left. And my foot told me, no, 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 you can't do this. Go and rest. Oh, it's so boring. I don't want to rest anymore. You have to. One more day, giving one more day, and then another day, till it's all good. You have to rest. So see, I listen to my body. Even sometimes I don't want to, but luckily I do not like pain. So it always win if I can choose to do something which will reduce or get rid of that pain, I will always make that choice. But it will have to be natural choice. So somebody doesn't misinterpret me and thinks I just pop the pill if there is a problem, if I have a pain. No. So healing, when I start eating only fruit, I thought I am well. There is nothing wrong with me. And I learned different. I learned that when I ate only fruit for only week or two, da 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 da, monkey, 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 mango. I learned I feel better. There was something wrong with me. I didn't have at the level of the energy I should naturally have. I don't have a as good elimination as I thought. I thought my elimination is perfect. The Freud showed me better. The Freud itself showed me how looks healthy elimination. The Freud showed me how to feel cheery naturally. Freud showed me how to sleep better, how to enjoy my life better. It was like medical to me. The discovery of how good the Freud, only eating Freud is good for me. I never had a problem as some people may have. I never ate avocados or durians or akis or sapotes or any other fruit with low content of water because I always naturally tend to eat juicy fruits. Some people, I was told recently that some people get dehydrated by the bananas, but it's not my case. Like I used to live, when I start living on a fruit, I live mainly on the bananas and melons because that was at that time my most favorite fruit. I had never problems from it. I got never thirsty or any other problems. I believe the thirst comes from toxins. Either we ate some very heavily toxic fruit or fruit which is very low on the water content and it may be very high on the fat, like avocado. Again, I just named them second ago. Not second, but almost. Yeah, I sometimes say weird stuff. Anyhow, I'm so happy. I feel safe. I'm not feeling like when I have an accident like this. I don't lose my mind. I don't lose my head. I'm not going go to doctors or anything like that. I know what to do, and that gives me big comfort. I even help people who was burned with sun a lot, who got accidents on the bikes and stuff like this. On the beginning, they look like, yeah, sure. But then they could see, some of them even come back to me and said, it really worked. To my surprise, it really worked. So, this is what makes me happy. Anyhow, there's a lot of things now. A lot of people start coming to me. A lot of information start coming to me. It's not like hundreds of them, but there was zero, and now it's slowly growing. People are coming into my life. Some of them I know from my past, some of them I knew. And because we're communicating, I'm learning a lot of new things. And that's another thing I love to learn. I love to learn new things. I love to do. I mean, I have to put my like, oh, yeah. See, when it's so, sometimes just the changing position works. I still have some where I do that. I don't know. I have tendency. I use things, and when I finish with them, I have a tendency to just throw them somewhere. you know, and sometimes I throw them more far from my vision, and then I said, "What I done with it? Where is it?" Anyway, that's just my habit. So healing, here we go. Um, there is a lot of different natural options, as the ones I already mentioned, and when I came to Australia, I was already on fruit within a few days. Because when I seen on that fruit in a shops plus I was still contemplating what's the best to eat, not to hurt any plant and use at least effort to have a food to eat. I come with the fruit. I was very happy about the discovery because the fruit was always my favorite food. Within maybe when we came to Australia, maybe 6 months, if that, we bought the car, me and my ex-husband, and we traveled this very beautiful, magical country. This country has very special spirit, and there are places which are very dark, energies, very dark, but they were most of places we went, the energies were just beautiful, uplifting, so strong that often we fully got lost in a time. We forgot about everything. We just were in a moment, constantly enjoying that powerful beauty and energy of Australian nature. We travel everywhere. From coast to the mountains to the desert, you name it, whatever it's here, be curious. We were curious because we could not hardly travel in communism. And if we can, it wasn't like we could go to East Germany. Do you think we could go for a week and go there in some hotel and check how Berlin look like or how Black Forest look like? No. One day shopping, and they even tell you how much money we are allowed to spend. There was limit how much money, how much German marks we can buy. Ah. Hmm. Anyway, so we were keen to learn about the different parts of the world. How is it smell like? How is it look like? And so on. And once I remember there was, of course, we lived in a Sydney, so we went always on a Sydney beaches. I know every Sydney beach. We even slept in a car, lived in a car in a Sydney. Walking, I walk every Sydney beach, which is accessible to public. My hair is playing a game with me. This is those fine hair. He sometimes gets start kind of moving around. And once we start traveling out of Sydney, out in a country, one day we came to a really long, beautiful, magical beach in the middle of the nowhere. You don't see any house, any person, nothing, just a nature. And soon as I seen it, soon as we walked down that beach and walking towards the water to have a swim, I thought, if I could, I would. It also upsets me. Hmm. I didn't know it's going to upset me. I said, if I could, I would bring everybody from those suppressed countries. I would put beautiful, comfy low beds all over that beach, and I will place on those beds all those people to heal, and I will serve them fruit. They will have to just lie there for 1 week. If they want to go in the water or for a walk on the beach, they can. But back to their nice comfy bed. If they want to lie down in the sand, they can. But this is the hospital I picture for people who are being suppressed so much. And obviously not well from it. I changed so much. I grew so much because I was free and I could live in this beautiful country. So yeah, we went to nature to heal. And I wish that for everybody who needed healing. My God, I'm somehow teary today. I have a lot of beautiful memories. And yeah, because we just embrace the nature, we both love the nature, and we were healing well with the fruit and with the nature itself, being surrounded by miles of pristine, well, there is a chemicals everywhere, but compared to big cities, pristine, big area of just nature, like in a desert. All you get in a desert, there's some mines in the desert, but you don't see them during traveling on a highway from east to west. That was amazing energy. That was so amazing. I never forget that trip. And you know what? I have a plan to do it once more again. I have a reason to go there, but I keep that for now. That reason to myself. breathing. When I'm upset, even crying or something disturbs my mind, I'm learning to remember, take a deep breath and take another one. And I feel better. So there is a lot of different breathing exercises. They can do a lot of things. A lot of people are very familiar with Wim Hof, where he can, with the practicing central certain way of breath, we would be able to feel comfortable in deep freezing temperatures. Our body has amazing abilities if we doing the right thing. I also with the fruit learn who I truly am. I learn what it is, what is it is, what it is feel to be well. I thought I knew it before I start eating fruit and travel Australia later on, but the fruit showed me difference. They told me you can feel better. And tell me who doesn't want to feel better. Some people they can't do it, and that's why I visualize that beach hospital. That's why I put the beds there, so people feel they need a really rest. Incredible, incredible, but everything most of us don't know. And in a state when people get sick, to get a holiday and get somewhere in a night job is lot of fruit. Or just go there for fast, whatever they decide. They go to doctor, they pop the pills and go to work. If they can, if they not so badly injured, they actually be knocked to the bed. Healing. Raw food also can heal a lot of things, but not as well if you eat only fruit, especially in a healing process, healing crisis. They should not be greens, they should not be nuts. Greens, I would recommend if somebody needs the greens, also don't need, but they open to it, do the uh, wheat grass. They sell wheat grass little. They call it wheat grass shot. It's on those little glasses people drink vodka and stuff from. In Sydney, when I have a cravings, sometimes because where I used to go shop, they used to sell it. They used to sell fruit juices, fruit smoothies, also some cooked food, but mainly the fruit stuff, as I already mentioned, plus wheatgrass juice. And sometimes I had it, and I found it good. It, yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I believe I noticed it gives me some energy and it makes me feel good after I have it because I always went shopping without food in my stomach that morning or that day because I never go early out. I like that was with mango, but when it's up to me, I like when I wake up, have a nice quiet morning, do my things I like to do, and then including shower, and then I'm ready to face the world with a smile on my dial. Now I forgot what I'm gonna say. When I went for shopping, what happened? Yeah, so I would have that green grass juice only on empty stomach. Therefore, I felt the, the reaction of my being on it. And I learned it's very good. But I never, for that reason, start taking it regular. But I believe if I have some bad disease, I would definitely including into healing process. Maybe even if I have a low appetite, I would just have those green grass. They can be different grasses, they can be barley and wheat, but I think wheat is most popular. I'm not expert, I never looked into it. All I know that sometimes I had it and I found it good, positive, positive. And so that's other things which may aid to our healing process. And the water therapies, they very good. You know, after my accident, my mom, she got me in a good place. It cost a lot of money. I'm very thankful to her for it. I believe that's the reason I can walk the way I do. And I have water therapies. So what I've got, what I was doing. So I was doing exercises. But because I could not move my leg on its own, I was doing special exercises with the nurse. She was moving things around. She was encouraging me moving my legs with a different teaching me and different methods. And I reached a point when I could lift up my legs, when I could start exercise with my legs. And when I reached that point, I had additional exercise. That was that Pilates. That was daily. I have had two, I have had all body massage. They have a special massage for just my feet up, up to my knees. And this was really funny when the nurse, the massage therapist, come to my knees. I found it so itchy. I used to laugh my head off. And she said, you have to let me get to your knees because they very important. They can wake up a lot of things. And I remember this. So I can touch my own knees. And so I massage them. Say, I watch something, some movie, for example. So I sit like this or lie down on the daybed, sitting, lying up, and I massage my knee like this, different, and I feel it. But when I do movement here, I feel a reaction in my down, in my feet, my toes, all around my foot and stuff. different parts of the leg. So massage is also very good for healing. There is many things, but most of therapies I was getting were water therapies. I will tell you one once more in a detail because I would like follow up that story I started about my accident, and then there is already few parts, and one of the most important parts, they still waiting for me to be told, to be shared here with you. Water therapist. So what I was getting a lot of different ones. And as I said, I'm not telling you today because there is only certain time for today. I just want to generally talk about the healing. And I can see I'm very well over today. I'm not going to lose my sleep over it. If that take off some people, they don't want to watch it because it's too long. So be it. So be it. Anyway, it's time to go. Thank you, everyone. I really thank from all your comments, being here for me, for the interest in a topic. And the ones of you, if you just come and don't put any uh, comment, it's okay. You do what you want to do. And I'm happy you here and look at the video as well. Of course I do. Not for my sake, but for your sake, because I hope you gain something from it. And I shouldn't say not for my sake, because this is my sake. It makes me happy when somebody tell me that they otherwise have a similar experiences as me, or if somebody say they start eating more fruit because they watching my videos. Already got that comment before. So it makes me happy when I see people having interest in a topic which I see as very important. And I thank you for your love, and I sending you back my love. And I believe the love is the best energy we can ever get on this earth. I don't know better energy than love is. Love is very good. Love is patient. Love is forgiving. Love is giving. Love is receiving. So give that love. Receive that love. There are people who have a problem to receive love. So some of us need to learn to receive love. I was in those boots, big boots, like fisherman boots, that how big those boots were for me not to be able to receive love so properly, easily. Anyway, lots of love, all the best, and I hope to see you here next time.